The voice of the heart. I got a message this morning. First of all, I thought it was a psalm. And I know that they, at least in my religion, my church, they often play this song in when we have ceremonies, yes, services. Maybe it's called service, yes. So yeah, but I was really puzzling about this, and I found the song on the internet. It's written by a well-known artist in my home country. It's in my own mother tongue, so I'm not going to translate it, yeah, but I also got a message about I channeled the daisy, and the daisy is all about true love. It's all about purification, and the daisy is also associated with the Virgin Mary, because of the motherly and divine love. So, with that said, I was puzzling a little bit about this energy, and I pulled out. I have a healing a deck with healing messages, and I will show you the. I've got two cards, so I will read the card that is all about the voice of the heart. So it says, I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. And that made me think about the song, because the song is called The Name Jesus, and it's of course a praise to Jesus. That is our in Christianity is the guiding light, right? Is the guiding light when we are in despair, when we feel that we are in a dark place. Many turn to Jesus as their guiding light. Now in Catholicism, of course, the Virgin Mary is the one that they often seek towards, to seek the guiding light, because she was the mother of Jesus. So let's not complicate it any longer. There is something about listening to your heart. Let your heart guide you now towards the other card that I got that says success. And we got the message about success in the reading that I did for October. So let's see how this reading will pan out. So here you can see the two healing cards that I pulled out. The voice of the heart is the one that I had in the intro. You can take a screenshot of it, of those now, and save them for later. And let's read now the success card that that actually came out first. So it says, I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart, and the higher wisdom that guides me toward victory. I direct my thoughts toward clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now, and I succeed in my life. So we have two cards that's talking about listening, of course, to your heart, that let yourself be guided when you direct your thoughts toward clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness. And that is, of course, the things that are associated with the heart. And for many, of course, finding Jesus in difficult, when you are in a difficult place, and maybe pray to Jesus or pray to the Virgin Mary, that is, of course, will amplify yeah, it will of course alleviate the heavy energy surrounding you. So if these are not someone that you are associated with, then of course pray to your angels, seek help and guidance from from other sources that you associate much more with. The Daisy, as I channeled, as I talked about, is also associated with Freya, the love goddess in North mythology, and in other mythologies, of course, Freya is, in Greek mythology, Freya is Aphrodite. So yeah, let's see. The voice of the heart. What can you tell us more about this? When you listen to the voice of your heart, then you will succeed. Ooh. Yes, when you relieve the guilt and shame that has been put upon you. Maybe you're blaming yourself for many things that has occurred in your life. Of course, this can be any type of things that even wasn't in your hands, that it wasn't your fault. No fue tu culpa. And yeah, when you stop listening to the mind, when you stop listening to the overthinking and start listening to the voice of the heart and be gentle and loving towards yourself, that is when you reach success and freedom. Okay, let's see. What more can you tell us, Spirit? Okay. I feel this one is also pulling out, so we'll take 4 cards today. Can you see them all? So we end up with a Fool. And a Fool is one that is absolutely listening to his heart. And here it's amazing. Look at this. It looks almost like a daisy. Yeah, he's holding a daisy in his hand. He's taking with him the energy of the daisy, the innocence, the purification, the leap of faith, because he trusts. He trusts. Okay. Yes, when you release the urge to control, when you look at this how he's holding his hand, you know, he's holding his hands very firm, and and the environment around him is extremely cold. Now the king, or this is the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords also has gained the wisdom. He's very highly intelligent, and look at how he's downloading information from the ether, and pulling it down. But how are you using the information that you are receiving? Are you using it wisely, or are you using it to get control over the situation and manipulate, right? Past lives, yes. I posted the other day a video about past lives, and what has your past lives taught you? So I highly encourage you to watch that video. Maybe you will get some clarity. Look at all these different types of people. These are people that maybe you were in your past life. Me, myself, I have discovered many aspects of myself. I was once a foreign queen. It wasn't a very good thing. And I found information on the internet when I searched for this. So the information was there. And I have lived also as a Buddhist monk, living totally isolated by myself. And I lived in a very harsh, I think I was a traveling monk. So maybe it was in the early days of Buddhism. I haven't got more into it, but maybe I was some sort of missionary, and I was spreading the information about and teaching about this about the religion of Buddhism. So I remember I had a flashback that I was seeking refuge in a cave, and it was I was all alone, and it was very cold. But what I remember specific about this was, of course, that I had some gloves that were helping to keep me warm. So it was very weird. And the other day in the past life video, I also talked about the flashback I suddenly had when I was shipwrecked in a boat. So and I also, the last one I have, I had also one when I had a flashback when I was in a ritual, and I was being painted symbols and ornaments with blue paint on my up my arms. So the flashback to me often is associated with the hands, and maybe that is why, because you when you look at yourself, the first thing that you recognize is, of course, the hands. but with the ship, it was not with the hands. It was I was looking at the boat, and there was something about that boat that gave me the flashback of this shipwreck. So maybe there is something about releasing the past, releasing past lives. Try now to go within and see if you are able to recognize your past lives. You will get amazed of all the different types of lives that you have lived. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, so when you dive into the trust, I really love this. This is so wonderful, but at the same time scary, you know? This is to me like when you're being pushed out of a plane and you don't have a parachute. We have all watched those action movies, you know, when people are being pushed out of the plane. And you don't have a parachute, but this is just symbolically. It is not literally, and this is the universe telling you that. It was saying here, I am free now and I succeed in my life when I direct my thoughts toward clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. You know, when you believe, like this song that I channeled that is praising Jesus, right? This whole song is about praising the name Jesus and the feeling of that Jesus is our savior in our hour of need, or as I also channeled with the Virgin Mary, that she is the light in the darkness, the divine mother that is nurturing us in the darkness. And when you trust, even though if you don't believe in those two characters that I mentioned, but if you trust that there is something divine, there is an energy surrounding you and are guiding you and helping you to reach your goals, to reach your destination. And of course, it's also to trust your soul, right? Because it says here, I trust the song of my soul. I trust the song of my soul. So your soul knows. It has always known where you are headed. It's only using your body, your vessel, to reach the goal that the soul is seeking. Oh, I almost wanted to cry. I don't know. Maybe my soul finally felt that I was listening to it. I was listening to it now. I don't know. Last one. Yeah, the Master. This is beautiful. This is what a confirmation. This is an extra card in this deck. And when you have managed all these things, you will of course become the master in your life. What was it saying here? It was something about becoming a master. Oh, it wasn't. But my intuition leads me on the path to light. And the master is, of course, a person that is enlightened. Look at all this orb that is surrounding, is over his head. And this is actually how the soul looks like when it exit the body, because I've seen it many years ago. In 2000 and I have to think. in the spring 2002, I was a student to become a nurse, and I was in a ward, an orthopedic ward, and we got an elderly lady into the ward, and when we have people coming in that are over a certain age, of course we contact the relatives and ask them if how they are thinking about CPR, right? And they agreed that if it was so, we were not going to engage if she had a cardiac arrest, right? With that said, she came in really poorly. I thought she was going to pass the same day, but you know, with when you are giving intravenous fluids and yeah, giving them warmth. She had been lying in her house on the floor for many hours. She was hypothermic. Yeah. Nevertheless, the next day, or was it? Yeah. Next day, other than I think she lived 2 days after. But nevertheless, suddenly she just woke up, and she was literally on. I have heard about it, that you know, that people get a little an extra energy just before they pass, and she was dressing herself, washing herself. She ate a solid breakfast, and yeah, things were just, I was just, what the heck? Is this the same person that came in just 2 days ago and we thought we were going to pass away? And then after a few hours, things changed, and she was suddenly very poorly, and we contacted the relatives, and they came in to say goodbye, and they had just left. And then I heard a huge crying and screaming, and it was very, very powerful. I thought, what is this? What is going on? And then I came into her room, and she sat up in the bed, and at the same time as she was sitting up, suddenly her soul came out. And then she fainted back to the bed, and it was over. And I saw this orb was circling around for a couple of seconds. It happened really extremely fast. It was circling a couple of seconds as if it wanted me to see it. It wanted me to to see this event. It felt like that, and I was in shock. I was totally in shock. I was, did I really see it? Or was it just, it was amazing. So yeah, I will never ever forget that, ever, in my whole life. So this is how your soul looks like. It's an orb of energy, and it's using your vessel as a tool to achieve whatever the goal is in their life, in this lifetime. Okay, this is amazing. This is so beautiful reading. I thank you so much to those of you who have watched this video to the end. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you to new subscribers. And yeah, keep on subscribing to my channel, keep on watching my videos, and I see you again in another reading very soon. Bye for now.